we can edit all this to actually make sense.
Coming to you from Charlottesville, Virginia, Willow Talk. With your hosts, Andrew Carter and Ben Fry.
Recording right now, so now we're recording. Here's your project.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Let's do
Maybe.
it.
We'll see.
I think he's ready.
All right.
So we got Ryan Grigsby here now. Ryan Grigsby, what were you most excited about for WWDC?
Most excited about? Well, some of the new Xcode features are pretty nice, so I decided to take a look at them.
Show us what you got.
Show us what you got.
All right. So, what we're going to do, we've still got the Ice Cream Builder project up here. And some of the new things, let's see, Xcode introduced some pretty cool things for working with size classes that makes that a lot easier. That's one of the things that I like. So if we can find the storyboard here, bring that up. One of the new additions, if we can bring it up.
Whoa.
There we go. So
I had no idea that was there.
now they've added this. It's all very big, but you can actually do previews of your UI in different orientations and on different devices.
That was interesting.
Which is pretty cool.
Sideways, they all started overlapping.
Yeah, so you can
That's cool.
just
That's
drag and move. Yeah, you
Right.
gotta move 'em around.
That's awesome.
Another cool thing is, I actually don't see it on the screen here, but what you should, whoop. Oh, that's, yeah. But there should be a little guy over here to modify.
Are you trying to modify?
There is a neat thing that they added where you can actually add components. So if you want to add a view or something to a particular size class, what you should be able to do is hit the Start Modifying button that's not appearing right now.
This is beta.
But they've actually got it to where you'll have a modify for size class,
So
and then you can actually
see it in the bigger size class. You can see what's going to look like.
yeah. So you can actually compare. I guess this is just an iPhone only project.
That's probably why it's not showing up.
That's probably it. Okay. But when you've got when you're targeting multiple devices and you have multiple size classes, then you get a modify button over here,
Where you can
and
limit
then you
certain
can actually select compact width and regular height, or regular height, and actually add the UI element to the specific size class that you want, and actually see it live update.
That's
just
cool.
from selecting.
So I guess
these,
like in the
these
old
devices and
Xcode, you can still do that. You just can't see it happen.
Yeah, so it's a lot more opaque in the current Xcode, where it's a lot of manual stuff.
Dude, we're
grinding.
gonna saw through the new Xcode. I've been waiting to say that.
Our building is literally being built around this as we're doing this, so you might hear
Work in
sawing.
progress.
Beta building.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Again, that's something that's in Xcode 7, but now it's a lot more intuitive and easy to use,
That's
I feel
awesome.
like, which is pretty cool. Another thing that they introduced is editor extensions. I don't have an example of this yet, but you can actually create your own extensions for Xcode.
Right, so
And-
the things that we used to have with, I guess it was Alcatraz, people would make like XVim or
Yeah.
the color preview kind of guy. And
So
like those
now
kind
it's
of things.
first party support for that.
First
which
party,
is-
best party.
First party support for third party things.
Okay, and another thing, let's bring up, do we have the simulator running? Cool. So if we run the extension, one other cool thing is runtime. There we go. Runtime issues. So Xcode will now show you issues with your application that it detects at runtime, and it can actually find. We still have Doges.
From the last one, Michael Thomas.
So So if we're bringing up the ice creams here, I did actually
That's
get
nice.
it. Yeah.
Good and squishy.
There we go.
There we go. There they load in. And mine actually had some runtime issues, which was interesting. Let's see if we can get it to happen again. So
Something auto layout messing up, that kind of thing.
they actually had a memory leak from what I saw that it was detecting. I'll try and get maybe I'll try and pull that up on mine and we'll show it in a bit. We can edit all this to actually make sense.
Do it in post.
Do it in post. But while we're in here, I'll actually show the one thing that will show up is the memory graph debugging, which is a really interesting addition that actually shows a visual graph of your objects in memory, which is pretty cool. They've added a lot of filtering support to help you find stuff. You can actually look up stuff by memory address.
So this is almost like the memory and the leak tools and instruments, but actually looks nice and is usable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now you can take those memory addresses and actually map them to a thing.
Yeah. So if you print out an object over here in your LLDB and you go print out its memory address, you can actually go filter in and find the exact object that you're looking for, which is pretty cool. It also this can help you find. This is actually where I saw.
So this will do the cycle detection too?
This will do cycle detection. So if you happen to have a cycle or a leaked object in your program, it'll actually highlight it with a little badge over
cool.
here, which is really nice. It'll highlight it up here.
So it'll take you to the code that where it thinks
It will
caused the
take you
cycle?
exactly to the code where it
Okay.
thinks will cause the cycle, which is pretty cool. So you can also... no, we don't have the... So one thing about this is you do actually have to enable it in your scheme because it's actually tracking all your allocations. So you go into...
I guess that would slow things down a whole lot if you
just
don't
doing
want
that all the
debugging
time.
stuff,
Yeah,
right?
so if you're actually debugging this...
And there was an app a guy and I were working on one time, and it was like happy with the project. Like, man, our app just runs like garbage. It's so slow. It turns out we had enabled like zombie object or something. We turned that off. We had this giant performance increase.
Yeah, so you don't. This isn't something you want to leave on all the time. And by default, it'll track all allocations and deallocations from the entire life cycle of the projects. That's pretty crazy, especially when you're doing this. You can just turn it to live allocations only, and that'll just get objects that are currently alive in memory.
Sure.
Or it'll just keep those around. So you turn that on, and we should be able to rerun it here, and hopefully we can actually
See our
this,
badge.
see the stack trace. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that great logging happening down there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of it. It's beta software. So we'll add a new ice cream. Select a base. Okay, so we've done that, and we'll go and do our memory graph again. So here, look at our
cool.
Yeah. So it shows our our ice creams view controller here, and it'll actually show you everybody that's holding a reference to that
It's cool
in
when
memory.
it's showing what has the strong versus weaker.
Mm-hmm.
How's it? Is it the
It's anything in bold
Okay.
is known to be strong, and anything grayed out is they say
Oh, nice,
take
and
it
they
with a grain of
called
salt.
out block capture there.
They
too.
do
That's
call
cool.
out block captures, which is pretty sweet. So, and you'll see we have our stack trace here of where this object comes from, and you can actually go directly to the
Very
line
cool.
of code.
So there's where it was allocated.
Yeah, so
Nice.
which is pretty sweet. Again, like this is all stuff where they've taken tools that existed but provided basically text output, and they've gone and provided a really nice
Yeah, this object graph seems like one of the coolest things for debugging.
Definitely.
Got added.
yeah, a really nice visual way to see what's going on.
And then considering this is the very first version of this beta, this is working really well.
Oh yeah, like I mean it's really impressive.
It's
actually.
smooth. It doesn't seem to be like chunking around like
one of the
storyboards usually do.
Yeah, so one of the things they've done some performance improvements. They did mention that like view debugging snapshots are 70% faster.
Oh, wow.
So they've done a lot of performance enhancements, which are pretty cool.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, so make sure you turn on the. Make sure you enable that in your scheme. One thing is with these memory graphs, you can also export them, which is pretty cool. So if you go to
nice.
File, Export Memory Graph, you can actually save a snapshot of the memory graph of your system and have other people look at it.
Sure.
So it won't save your stack traces and things like that. But if you're running into kind of a thorny issue and you want some other people to take
somebody your memory graph.
you could be like, hey, does anything look like weird in this? And they can go poke around and see what's going on.
That's awesome. So I hear they have UI color completion, kind of like pretty looking things in Swift now too.
Yeah, so that's color literals. Is that what we're talking about here?
Literally a color.
Literally a color. So let's see. We can show it off here. So if we wanted to add a color or something, you can add your color, and I believe it's in editor insert. Where is it? Do you have to call it out as UI color?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
Was it editor? There you go. Wait, no, syntax coloring.
There you go.
Syntax coloring.
What if you just go ahead and finish it off and put a color in there and see if it gives us a.
Well, there's some sort of literal.
There's an insert
preface.
literal.
Well,
Yeah.
but there's also some sort of keyboard.
Like some sort of shortcut thing you can do.
Character that you can press, and then you'll click on it and you'll go into it. I don't remember exactly what.
I thought for images too, it's
was.
supposed to show
Same
code completion
thing.
for images.
Yeah, so they have image literals too, I think now.
Let's try and do it in a playground. That'll give us some. Mice.
Maybe stop the app from running too. Maybe that's messing it up.
Maybe. Now where'd my playground go? There we go. Great. Okay. We'll let my color. Yeah, it's in here.
Insert color literal. Yeah,
Maybe some setting in the Xcode project where
Might be.
I wonder if there's some Objective-C code in there or something in that maybe. Because I know it doesn't work for Objective-C.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah,
This is
so
what it looks like.
yeah, you can add a color literal, and then you'll actually be able to see, a visual representation of your color. They also have support for image literals. So
File literals. I didn't know.
file
about
literals.
that.
Oh, really?
That's interesting.
I haven't wanted to try the file literal. I don't know what that exactly is going to do.
What is that going to do?
Yeah, I have no idea what let's find out.
So it's yeah.
So we have image literals. Do you have any images?
Look at the desktop. Go to old.
desktop.
There you go. Look at that Charles dragged .tiff. Yeah, tiff. That's good.
Drag.
Do a TIFF.
Oh yeah. That's
Ooh,
They probably didn't like that
it
TIFF.
does not like TIFFs.
Maybe I guess
Submit a
all
bug
this works
report.
in playgrounds, right?
There you go. Good logo.
Oh, cool. There we are.
Because itty bitty.
We're super tiny. Oh, nice.
Oh, somehow it has the.
I bet you the tiffs are messing it up.
Oh yeah.
I do file literal. Let's see what that does.
All right, we'll try the TIFF with the file.
So there's probably some
So
sort of keyboard
do you know,
shortcut
so
to do
that's
this.
pulling off of his desktop. Is it pulling that into the project, or I guess would be probably not.
Still does not seem happy with the TIFF.
Expand that left thingy thing. See if it's in the resources folder. Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
it is
there.
pulling it in. Okay, that's pretty cool.
So
It doesn't like those TIFF files. It's no
it
good.
does not like the TIFF. What's a good file?
You do a
Do picture ATR dash text.
Picture ATR-text. There we go.
Oh, cool. Okay, that makes
Oh.
sense.
You get the
That's
file.
nice. Huh.
Good logo.
That's really
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the kind of if you wanted to define constants for those kind of things, you'd have to you could use the literal for your constant and use your constant everywhere else, so it'd make it easy to change still.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there anything else cool that they added in Xcode?
If we could get.
You can use more than one Swift version, right? Like get you pointed to different versions of Swift.
You can do the
You get the beta
you can
releases
do
and
an
stuff.
if Swift 2.3, I think is what they showed off, and then else, which The way I see that would be useful for libraries for maintaining build compatibility between different versions.
Sure.
But if you're just doing your own project,
It's probably
you would just update the code if you're already at the point of.
I did use the took my Chrome project yesterday and tried the Swift to whatever to a 3 converter thing.
Yeah.
And it got me pretty close. There's still a good bit of work to be done, but it did a lot of the some stuff I didn't think it was going to do too, like the whole lowercase and the enum names and those kind of things.
Oh, nice.
So it even does some of the more convention oriented stuff where like your code would still have compiled if it were not changed, but it's more it's actually making it follow the new API conventions Apple's given us.
Cool.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to point out is it'll also point out ambiguous layouts at runtime.
Oh,
so
cool.
if you're running, you'll actually get badges and notifications about ambiguous layouts.
And it'll point to the view that has the ambiguous layout.
Oh, really?
That memory.
Huh. And those are the
stack
little
on the
memory guy
left.
will tell you which one it is having a
It's
problem.
pretty cool.
That's
Right
great
there.
because right now, like it's there in that big giant text
You're
output.
like, something's wrong. One of these things. It's like there's the memory address for the thing that's messing up.
And now you could actually filter on the memory address and find it that way too.
Yeah,
It's
so,
super cool.
yeah. A lot of debugging improvements.
I wanted to show your
Oh yeah. This is
stickers.
great.
So we showed the Michael Thomas showed us his Doge
Those
stickers. So Ryan here made some stickers as well, and we've been having a lot of fun playing with the new Messages app. Let me get this going real quick. This will be fun. New movie recording. Thanks. There we go. Okay, cool. So, so Ryan's made a sticker pack, which all of us have got on our phones now. So we've all been playing Overwatch like crazy.
Yeah.
So, what a cool idea to have a. So he's called it Chibi Watch, but there's all your Overwatch characters. And again, something I had no idea you could do until I saw other people doing it. It's so cool that you can just pile stickers on top of each other.
Just make it completely.
You're sending me a ton of messages right now.
Oh, it's great. So this was super cool, but just like a really neat example of like a cool app for stickers. Like,
Yeah.
I was impressed with it. Well, thanks a lot for coming by, Ryan, and showing us
you
the
guys.
old Xcode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old new X.
The old new Xcode.